Over the last 49 days, we ran a LinkedIn outbound campaign from a single account that sent 3,645 messages. And the goal was to see how many qualified calls we could book. And well, the results were pretty surprising. So in this video, I'll be walking you through the whole experiment. I'll cover every signal we used to build the list of people we reached out to, every message we sent on LinkedIn with the replies we got back, and I'll also reveal all the numbers, including how many meetings we actually ended up booking. So let's get into it. Before we get into the messages, here's the context on the campaign. The goal was to use a single LinkedIn account to book qualified demos with sales leaders at agencies, consultancies, and B2B companies that already run outbound on LinkedIn. These people are our exact ICP at Valley. Since these companies already understand the channel, the focus was on getting into the right conversations as quickly as possible. With that said, the lead list didn't come from a cold database. Every prospect was sourced from LinkedIn based on a recent post that signaled they were in our market, wherever that was an outbound problem they were having, a competing tool they were using, or a relevant topic they were weighing in on. From there, every lead got scored against our ideal customer profile. So anyone outside the criteria was filtered out before we ever sent a message. Once we had the qualified list built, we personalized every message using research from the prospect's LinkedIn activity. That could be a post they wrote, a comment they left somewhere, or content they engaged with from us or another creator in this space. That way, none of these messages looked or felt templated. The structure across every message followed the same pattern with an observation tied to the signal, a quick insight or context line, and a soft ask at the end to close. Let me show you a few of them on the screen. On this one, the opener referenced her exact post, then it named the pain that most viewers never engage, and the close was a single question on how she turns those silent viewers into conversations. She replied the same morning, thanking us for the personalized approach. This worked because we didn't try to sell anything in the opener. We named a pain Julia was already thinking about and ended with a question she could answer in one line. It is simple. People reply to questions they have an opinion on. Now, let's compare that to a shorter, more direct one that we sent to this guy Darren. Darren had posted about trying to get a demo for HubSpot's prospecting agent and getting gatekept. So the opener acknowledged that frustration and mentioned Valley was being built to handle the research and writing for outbound without the typical minimums. The ask was just an offer to send a one-pager on how Valley worked, and Darren replied within minutes asking us to send it over. Darren replied that fast because he was already complaining about HubSpot when the message hit. We didn't have to convince him gatekept demos were a problem. He was already saying they were. So the message picked up where his post left off and offered a one-pager. And guess what? Reading a one-pager only takes like 2 minutes. So saying yes was a no-brainer for him. Check out this one Ilse where the closer was social proof from one of our customers. The opener referenced her post about being critical on camera because visibility is a must, then called out the contradiction that sales leaders preach brand quality while their teams sent terrible AI generated messages on LinkedIn. It included a real quote from a prospect who called our outreach one of the best called DMs they had ever gotten, then closed with the soft 10-minute ask. Ilse replied saying it was always worth taking 10 minutes to see what other people were doing, and even sent a follow-up saying it was a nice DM. What made this one work is the contradiction we called out was already on Ilse's mind. She had just posted that brand quality on camera matters. So calling out sales leaders who say it matters but let their teams send bad AI messages was just saying what she was already thinking. And the social proof was a quote from a prospect, which is a lot more effective than a generic stat or typical testimonial. Then we have Leon's reply, which was the best example of these messages not feeling automated. He had openly called out AI LinkedIn plugins as a waste of time, but when we referenced that exact post and explained why we built Valley, he admitted he was impressed and asked what was coming next. What got Leon to reply is that we didn't try to argue with these posts. We agreed with what he was saying about most AI LinkedIn plugins and then explained why Valley was built differently. Most cold messages to Leon probably would have either ignored his post entirely or pushed back on it, so we just agreed with him instead. And of course, we used our own tool Valley to be able to send out all of these personalized messages. So in case you want to try it out as well, I'll leave a link in the description below. Now to the part you've been waiting for. Let me pull up the dashboard with every number from the campaign. Total connection requests sent was 2,075 and 550 of those got accepted, which works out to a 26.5% acceptance rate. 283 of those new connections then replied to our follow-up messages, which is a strong reply rate for a fresh connection. We also sent 1,570 emails, and these were open emails, which are messages LinkedIn lets you send to people you're not connected to. And from all of that activity, we ended up booking 21 qualified calls. Across the whole campaign, the only ratio that matters is the messages to demos number. That worked out to 1 qualified demo for every 174 messages sent. And the time investment behind that ratio was about 15 minutes a day inside Valley across a single account. To put this another way, that's 15 minutes a day for 49 days to generate 21 qualified sale calls. For context right now, cold outreach averages around 8% reply rates on LinkedIn and under 2% on cold emails. At those numbers, most campaigns sending this many messages would have booked a fraction of these demos. Now, the first thing that drove those 21 demos was where the leads came from. Every prospect we messaged had just posted something on LinkedIn that signaled they were in our market, whether that was an outbound problem they were having, a competing tool they were using, or a relevant topic they clearly had an opinion on. That kind of timing really changes how the message lands, since you are following up on a post they just wrote instead of cold pitching them out of nowhere. The second thing was deep research on every prospect before any message went out. That research is what made every message feel personal. For example, we referenced Julia's exact post about her consultant bench and Darren's frustration with getting gatekept by HubSpot. Without that step, even a fresh signal produces the same templated looking message most AI SDR tools sent out by default. The third thing was the message structure itself, which stayed consistent across all 6 of the messages we just walked through. Every single one followed the same pattern of observation, insight, and soft ask, with no marketing language and no calendar links in the first message. The tone also stayed conversational the entire time, which is what a lot of outreach tools keep, and then it just sounds too corporate. If you want to copy this for your own outbound, the order goes signal first, research second, message third. You start with the signal first because that's what tells you who's most likely going to respond well to the message. Then do the research before writing anything, since that's what keeps the message from seeming automated. By the time you write the message, you already know exactly who to reach and what to say, which is why these got the replies they did. Now, if I had to name the 3 biggest takeaways from this campaign, they would be: first, the list you build matters more than the message you send. Every reply we got came from someone who had just done something visible on LinkedIn. Second, the research is what made each message feel personal. The reason none of these messages seemed like a template was because we knew something specific about every prospect before writing a word. And takeaway number 3 is that you don't need a full sales team to run something like this. We literally just proved it. 15 minutes a day from a single LinkedIn account produced 21 qualified demos in 49 days. Now, if you want to start running outreach like this for your own LinkedIn account, click the first link in the description to book a demo with Valley. We'll go through which buyer signals you should be capturing first based on your ideal customer profile, the kind of research and messaging that would work best for your prospects, and the exact campaigns we would recommend launching first for your business. So again, you can get started with Valley by clicking the top link in the description. And if you want to learn how you can get unlimited leads from LinkedIn for cheap, then check out this video next.